Hello guys, my name is Ralph Johnston and welcome to another week of Ralph Johnston Photography. I got this question asked the other day to me on how to get started in YouTube. Well, I'm going to go over that today. The very first thing that if you want to get started in YouTube, you need to find something very passionate that you want to talk about. Me, it's photography and stuff related around tech gear in the photography realm. And that's what I normally do. I also have a vlogging channel because some people ask me to do a vlogging channel. So, but you may not be a photographer or want to do photography stuff. So you may not care about equipment and stuff like that. Like you may want to be a beauty guru or something. So you're going to need to know what you want to talk about and that topic very well. Okay, if not, there's going to be people calling you out and saying that you're not that great, which that's their own opinion, and we'll get into that in a different video. But for the first easiest thing that you have to start with and everything, if you don't want to spend any money at all, I'm sure you have a cell phone that all you got to do is turn it on, face the camera towards you, and start recording yourself. Preferably go like this for the simple reason then you can actually have a correct landscape for you and just start recording yourself. You can do it with the front facing camera, you can do it with the rear facing camera. Either way, if you're doing this though and you're not sure what you're doing, like for example if you're using the front facing camera, that's fine, but if you're using the rear facing camera to get a better image because that's a better megapixel on the back side, do this in front of a mirror so you can see what you're seeing back there, so you can get an image, you know, of you instead of kind of off like this, kilted or something. So make sure that, you know, to me the rear facing camera is a lot better than the front facing camera because it's a higher megapixel and this is made for taking photos and stuff like that in a cell phone. Now after a while you're going to want to get better audio, and there's a bunch of options out there and everything. I have the Aperture ALAV, which will hook directly up to my smartphone and I can plug it directly onto me. So I can then have my audio sounding better because it's going through an actual good quality microphone. So I can go ahead and just, you know, put the lav on me wherever I need to hide it, however I need to hide it even. And I can just go ahead and just talk into the little mic and have it just kind of like me kind of like this on me or something, and then just hide the wire wherever I need to hide it and everything will be good. That's a very good thing right there. Another way that you may want to do this is they make microphones to directly go into your headphone jack on your phones now, so you may want to check out that. A good company for that is Rode. They have a very good microphone for that. Also, you may want to check out other companies to see if you can find better deals and stuff like that. Pretty much, I'm not telling you exactly what to buy, but just the options out there. So, because if you buy a Rode microphone, if you buy this Aperture ALAV, it doesn't matter. The main thing that you'll want to get across is the point of contact that you know, the content that you want to make and everything. So, but let's say that you know, want to get a little bit better quality. Well, then you'll want to actually step up your game from a cell phone to something else. And that can go in a couple of different ways or forms. Let's say you're a vlogger or something, you know, let's say you're doing daily vlogs. I use this E-Action camera all the time for my vlogs. It's right around $100. It's not the best quality. It's not the worst quality. It's just right in the middle. There are a few things I like about it. I did a full review and that'll be up in probably after you see this. I'm not quite sure when I'll put that up. But there's a few good things about this that I know about when I use it. Like for example, when I turn it on, there's a LED here that's colored and it has 3 different colors and it tells me how much battery life is left. It also has a very wide angle of view, so when I point it towards me like this or something, I know that I'm going to be somewhere in the frame. you know, and because it like goes from really wide out, it's a 155-degree wide view, if you guys know what that is. And I use this for vlogging, to carry around, because one, it's inconspicuous and stuff like that. But if you're doing a setup like this, well then, kind of going like this wouldn't be the best way to do it. I mean, like for example, I have a DSLR on a stand, on a tripod, with a microphone coming up to me. Now the reason why I have the DSLR, and this is what I have here actually, a Canon T3i, and it has a flip out screen so I can see exactly what's being recorded. Now, a good thing about this, you can actually see what's being recorded and everything. A bad thing about this is that a lot of the times when people are using DSLRs with the flip out screens over here, they're going to be looking at this, so they're not going to be going directly into the lens and talking to the people. So instead of looking into the lens, they'll be looking over like this a little bit, and people get distracted by that. So that's something you're going to have to consider too. Make sure that you're always looking into the lens. And like I said, I use a Canon T3i for all my video on YouTube and stuff like that. And I have a microphone hooked up to it. It's called the Rode Video Micro. I also have another microphone called the Rode Video Mic. No, the Rode Video Mic. It's just a video mic. And so I think it's a Rode brand video microphone. It plugs directly into my camera, which again is just like this. I just have it recording me right now instead of this one. But let's say after this, okay, you may want something better quality than this, you know, a full-fledged video camera, because this is really made for photos. It just has a video function. You may want to, you know, start with something like this Sony right here, this Sony NX Cam. If I can find the name of it. This isn't mine, it's on loan from a friend. And I really don't know how to use any of this, so I'm just looking at it right now to see if I can find the name. I think it's like the FS100 or something like that. Am I anywhere close to that, Tim?
Yeah, FS100.
Okay, this is the FS100, and this is actually the lens that comes with it and everything. When he does videos on this, which I'm going to ask him permission to show like a 10-second clip of one of his videos. Matter of fact, I'll just put his stuff in the description below at the bottom, and at the end card I'll also have a link to his page and everything. You guys can just go look at it if you're so inclined to see the footage that comes out of this camera. He does a very amazing job with it. Me, with stuff like this, I'm completely lost on, for the simple reason I'm used to the DSLR world, and this is a whole different ballgame to me. Now, granted, if I use this every day like he does, would I be as well as he is? Yes, I would be, for the simple reason that, you know, he knows everything that goes on with this, because this is his camera that he uses this day in, day out, and for all of his video stuff that he does, which he'll be posting more in the new year too. So them are just a few options though. But I do want to get, you know, a recap here real quick. You can use your smartphone, kind of look, you know, if you want to use the rear facing camera, because it's a better camera than the front facing camera, have the, you know, stand up next to a mirror or something with a lot of light coming towards you, so you get good light on your face. Like, for example, in the studio setup that we have here, I'll get to that in a minute. Here, mirror, face it like this, not like this, like this. So therefore, you know, you have the correct landscape to fill the frame. If you're doing vlog, I go with this Yi action camera, GoPro, stuff like that. Will work all the same also. If you're in the studio setup, like I said, these two cameras right here are very good contenders. They're both very different price points too. I think this one cost right around $500 with a microphone and everything, I think, right now. And how much does your FS100 cost him? Yeah. Just roughly.
Last I checked, it's around 3,500, but that could be different now.
Okay. And if you want this camera right here and everything, it's right around 3,500. Again, prices may vary, but it's, you know, 10 times better than this as far as the video quality, because it is a full-fledged video camera and it's made to do video all the time. You will run into limitations with this, like I do run into limitations. Like, for example, the lighting setup I have in here. Okay, with this one, you can get by with a lot less light. With this one right here, the Canon, you're going to need to bring in a lot of light to get into that, so you can actually get the good crispy image that you see right now. And also I'm using a 24mm 2.8 lens on this. So that also helps with getting the good crispiness that you see right now. Anyways, them are about the cameras and stuff like that. So, you know, there's just a bunch of good choices for you right there. Again, no budget, very little budget, medium price budget, big budget. And you're going to want microphones to go with these three also, which is where the Aperture Lab comes in, the Rode Video Micro comes in, the Rode Video Mic comes in, and an external recorder, which I don't have on the table right now. So this is all stuff you're going to want to do, and then after that you're going to want to get into video editing of your program by choice. There are a couple decent free options. The really good option right now is either Final Cut 10 or Adobe CC, which are fantastic to use. That is what I used to use until they went to the Creative Cloud system, and I refuse to pay them $50 a month, but that's my own thing. I do pay them $10 a month for Photoshop because I am a photographer. So I use HitFilm 4 Express, and it works for making YouTube videos. That's my main thing that I'm doing with HitFilm. If I get a big budget or something to where I'm working on a commercial project with videos, I'm going to go to Adobe and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to do your $50 a month now and everything like that. So that's, anyways, just the basics of what you want to get into. But the most important thing here is that, first of all, do what you love. If you don't do what you love at all of this is going to become dull, mundane, boring, and you're not going to stick with it, because YouTube isn't a get rich quick scheme or nothing like that. If you're doing these videos and everything, you're going to have to do it week after week after week after week after week. Sometimes, you know, and actually just once a week isn't really enough anymore. You're going to have to post 2 or 3 times a week to keep relevant and stuff like that. So you're gonna have to enjoy doing this stuff. I mean, I post once a week for the simple reason that's all I find time for. My friend Tim, he posts whenever he can find time, which sometimes is far and few between. Sometimes it's 5 days a week. Just it's whenever he has time to do it, that's when he posts. There's no right or wrong way. Just if you want to stay relevant, you're gonna have to post a lot. So, and I mean, just look at the case of the very popular YouTubers that you know yourself. So, I'm sure they're posting almost daily even. So, anyways, that's all I have for this video. I've rambled on long enough. Until next time, peace out. Bye. And another thing, guys, you don't need a studio like this to actually do YouTube videos. You can do this in your bedroom. You can do it outside like I do a lot of my videos. You can do it in parks, public places, and stuff like that. Just as long as you're not afraid of having other people look at you a little bit crazy because you're just talking to a camera or something like that. You're gonna have to kind of live in your own bubble, pretty much. But you don't have to have a studio like this either. I mean, you've seen, if you guys watch my channel and look at a lot of other videos of mine, I'm not in the studio every week. This is pretty much where I go for the winter time, and so that's why I'm here this week.